Hi everyone, I'm Mohan Nirmitaa from Diploma in Design, Furniture and Spatial. So, thank you for joining me today for today's Gucci FR series in 3D design. Before we move on, let me explain to you what is Gucci FR. So, Gucci FR refers to good for real. Gucci is a Gen Z term that is derived from the phrase everything is Gucci, which means everything is good and going well. The phrase has been used in different permutations in contemporary music as well as media publications like Esquire. So today I have with me three friends joining our conversation, and let me introduce you to them. First up,
Hi, I'm Arum. I'm from BA Special Course. BA Special Design Course.
hi Arum,
Hi, I'm Zoel. I'm from Diploma in Design, Interior and Exhibition.
hi Zoel, and last we have.
Hello, I'm Jeff Law. I'm from Diploma in Designs, Furniture and Spatial.
Okay, awesome guys. So in today's discussion, I'm going to be asking you some questions so you can share your experiences and fun memories from NAFA with us. So, moving on to our first question, what brought you guys to NAFA? So, Arum, why don't you tell me why you came to NAFA or why did you choose to study design from school?
At first, I studied biotechnology course, and after 1 year, I found that it's quite boring because I spent most of the time in labs and looking at cells. So I wanted to go something more interesting, and then I found design is my way. So I
Right.
decided to study landscape design.
Nice. That's a drastic shift from cells to landscape, but I hope you had a great time studying. And what about you, Jeff? Why did you choose to do furniture design?
Yeah, actually, last time I'm study like business and account in my secondary school, but I find out it's quite boring as well. So I find out like maybe I can do some design like my sister, because my sister is graduate from NAFA as well, doing interior designs, and I think it's good to like learn design in the school, which my sister saying it's a good school which you can learn a lot.
So is it
Yeah,
safe to
and my
say you
family
followed
business,
her footsteps?
yeah, and my family business is do more on manufacturers. So I think furniture's design is quite linked to my family business as well.
Nice. So it's would you say like as you were growing up, you took inspiration from that, or you grew up seeing that, so it kind of became what you're interested in? Nice. And Zoel, you tell me, you're in interior design, right? So how did you choose NAFA, or how did you choose to get into interiors?
NAFA wasn't my first choice in school initially. I applied to Temasek Poly and Singapore Poly, and I was going for creative writing.
Mhm.
But then I just decided that, I wasn't feeling it, and then I just came to NAFA.
Right. So I can be sure that somewhere down the line there's a creative writer in Zoel. And yes, so an interior designer and a writer. That's awesome. So guys, I'm sure now that you're graduating, you'd have all spent a lot of time in school with other departments, looking at each other, rushing for submissions and stuff. Tell me, what is your impression of the other courses? Like, oh, IE looks at furniture and be like, oh my God, these people are always like carrying wood around or, in the workshops, sanding something. So tell me what you guys think of other courses. Zoel, go
Yeah,
first. Yeah.
Um, Honestly, we don't get very much interaction with other courses within 3DD because I think we're all so busy. Yeah, we're all doing our own thing. We have our own submissions to take care of. But like I see the fashion kits around a lot. I see D&M around a lot, and like I've always thought like, oh, D&M, they're very like open, very friendly all the time. They have a lot of energy, and the fashion kits are like, they're just like so nicely. Yeah, so like I respect them a lot, but I don't see like 3DD very much besides people from my course.
Right. Because you're always in the labs with the other people who are in the labs
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Right. And
it's a
Arum, what
very
about you?
yeah. Yeah, it is very difficult to see IE student in 3DD area, which is the third floor. Or is it fourth floor? Yeah, fifth floor of Wing B. Yeah, I always see like furniture or objects students, but not IE students. Yeah, they
Right.
always in computer lab.
Right. So I guess you guys never meet each other. Well, what do you think of furniture students? Like, because you come across like a lot of people on the same floor.
Furniture student.
Hmm.
Yeah, I see them often and more often than other course, other 3D course, because we are sharing one studio in the same level.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
they mostly spend their time in their studio.
So you guys never get to interact much, I see. It's okay. Well, Jeff, so because obviously we're furniture design students and we see all of these people because we're always running up and down. So, what do you think you describe an IE student or an interior design student as?
Yeah, I think for interior student, I always see them doing like boards and doing renderings in the labs because every time we went for like labs to do some software works, you always see like interior students always like take all the labs and then pasting a paper say it's full and all. Yeah, then for architecture students will be like always queuing outside the workshops for booking the laser cuts for their modelings. Yeah, and for DM student, I think they always dress very nice, come for school. Unlike like furniture students, always wears the mask in the workshop and all.
And
Yeah,
always so
I think
sweaty and
for others,
dirty.
yeah, I think for other students, which impressions of furniture students will be like eats a lot and everyone was like very huge and big and strong and all and then doing sanding with sawing and all doing everything like in the dangerous stuff like cutting the woods and all.
Right. Yeah. I guess that's how everybody looks at us. I remember once walking out of like the studio somewhere, and my friend is like, "Dude, you dress like a carpenter." I was like, "Well, I kind of do something like that." So, yeah. So, guys, now I'm pretty sure now that I've heard from you guys, I'm sure you spend a lot of time in school. So, where do you mostly hang out? Like when you're not working, where do you chill or where do you have fun? Arum, do you guys have a studio of your own and do you chill with your classmates? Where do you like hang out together?
For BA course, we have like a big studio in Tower Block. But when I look back my diploma, then we had a small studio in like 3D area, and we share this studio with my juniors. And so they when they have their class, we are like we need to move, and then yeah, somehow kicked out. And we move to outside the studio. There is corridor and benches, or sometimes if the weather is nice, then we go out to the terrace area and then get some exposure and then get some fresh air.
Nice. Otherwise, you guys are always like inside on the benches and taking naps and chilling, right? Like in with your friends and switching between like classes. I guess your juniors will relate with that now. And Zoel, you tell me, apart from the lab, which is your favorite place in Napa?
We IE students don't really have time to hang out, sadly. So we would hang like okay, we would like take a break outside our classrooms because we don't have a studio space to call our own. So we would take a break like after classes and we would hang around at the corridors. They have the black benches and we all sit there like pigeons in a row. So we're just
Oh,
waiting for the time to pass and doing our work.
I think I've seen you all conquer those benches. Yeah, now I know who it is. And Jeff, where do we usually go, Jeff? Let's tell everyone where we actually go to chill and de-stress and, hang out together as a class.
Yeah, we always work in the studio, but we also take some breaks, like going for 7-Elevens and cheers, buy some drink and snacks. Yeah, then we will chill out at the red house outside the school. Yeah, like sitting there for half an hour, chill for a while. Yeah.
I think I remember this very well. Well, the Red House is really iconic. There are a lot of benches outside NAFA, but this one especially because um, it's not really a house, but everybody calls it Red House. And I've seen a lot of people chill there. It's open. You can, like, up to 8 to 9 people just sit around. And it's quite nice because you're always inside the building. So you can come outside just for some fresh air and while you grab a bite or something. So, yeah, that's quite nice. And wait, okay, like, let me ask you a serious question, guys. I'm sure in all your 3 years, all of you had like a favorite lecturer or a mentor who made you feel, I want to be a designer. So, can you all share with us who that one person is for y'all? Zoel, why don't you tell us first?
I cannot pick and choose like that because all of the lecturers that I've encountered, they are all different, special, and unique in their own way because they all have different experiences. They all do different things, and like there's aspects that you take and learn from them. So I really can't point to one and say, oh, that's my favorite one because like they all affected me in a different way. Yeah, so I guess I would say like I like them all.
Right. And in your whole 3 years, was there any point in time where you realized, oh wow, this one project or this one incident made me realize how much I like design?
Mm, yeah, there was one project. I did a library project, like a children's library project back in year two, I think. And like I think that was like the when I was at my peak, at like the apex of my design journey. Because I think I performed very well on that one. I got good grades on that. So
So that's when you realize, okay, now we got good grades, we can pursue this career. Yes?
yeah, I'm like,
Nice. And Arum, you obviously said that you were previously studying cells, okay, in a lab, and obviously moving to landscape would have been like such a drastic change. Is there anyone who really helped you realize how much you like the subject or the fact that this is the career you path you want to pursue and you're sure of it?
If I pick one of the lecturer, even though like all the lecturers are so good, and then that they all support me and support my classmates, uh, should I say name? uh, in landscape, she is in charge of the landscape and architecture course, and is Miss Young, and she is the one who opened my eye about the landscape because before I met her I didn't know anything about landscape. I thought like if I go NAFA then I definitely study architecture, but after I met her and then I learned what is landscape and then I found like more interest in landscape.
Right, right. So one person, like one lecturer or anybody who you meet can change your opinion of something and that could show you that, oh wow, this is what I really want to do. That's quite nice. And I guess as a student it's always your lecturers and that's why they play such an important part. And Jeff, you tell me, out of all our lecturers, well, let me tell you guys, furniture and spatial has a lot of lecturers. So Jeff, who do you think you would pick as your mentor and who really helped you help shape the person you are today, like the good student you are today?
Yeah, I think in year one, for the mentor which inspired me like a lot and make me like to designs on like furnitures and all is Mr. Fazili. Yeah, because in year one we have a project like doing prototypes on furnitures. For me it's around errors and I'm really stuck on the design itself. So actually, Mr. Fazli had asked me to go for rooms and we sit down and we talk and chat and talk about design. So from that time, I'm start to know like what to do and what I liked. Yeah. So how about Nim? Which mentor or lecturers is inspire you the
Wow.
most?
um that's a really hard question to answer, but I think I would choose Mr. Kiat because I think he said, like throughout I've seen how he's as a person, he's so like calm, composed, and the way he organizes his thoughts. And for me, I felt like he just made me understand the kind of designer I was or the kind of work I wanted to do. And gradually, instead of being harsh on me, very gradually pushed me to understand that you can do so much better. But nevertheless, there were lecturers who were actually, with the very right intentions, they would be harsh on you, but they'll actually be pushing you to be so much better and understand your true potential. So I guess I like all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. You guys. Tell me. You guys went on an overseas trip, right? Like an immersion program where you'd meet people from other universities, and you'd collaborate with them. So wait, I want to hear about that because I didn't go for it. So Arun, why don't you tell me where you went?
I visited Korea yeah, which is my home country. Yeah, I visited with my lecturer and my classmates, and we had really fun time in Korea. We explored like a lot of museums in Seoul, and one the other museum in very far from Seoul, and the museum was really nice. Yeah, and then a part of the museum tour, we also had collaboration with SMU students, which is Sungmyeong Women's University students, and then we make some craft, like showing the mix or combination of Singapore and Korean culture, and we also had a time to present each other's project, so school project. So we had time to broaden our knowledge about like different person and different culture and different projects.
Right. I guess it would have been really nice to visit Korea because it's your hometown and especially with your friends from NAFA together, right? I'm sure you had a lot of fun. But do you think it's also interesting because you got to see as design students what someone else from like other universities are doing and collaborate with them?
Yeah, it's really helpful experience because I we can see like different culture how it affects to their projects, and especially the season was winter, and then like for the Singapore students and any other like Asian students, they also had great experience about like different seasons too.
Right. Nice, nice. That's interesting. And what about you, Jeff? I think you went on like two programs, right? Two trips. So tell me, where did you go and what did you do and how both of them are very different?
Okay. So I went for the OIP trips to Thailand, Bangkok.
Uh-huh.
So for the first week, we went for a village which far away from the cities.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So me and John, which is my classmates, is staying in one rooms, and we're having a lot of story inside the rooms. Like there's a lot of insect inside. There's animals. There's lizards, spiders, and all. And every night we catch different insects from the room and try to release it out of the room to have a nice good sleeps. Yeah, and also when we go there, we're having a lot of like good foods because there's nothing there because there's a real village like in the jungle. Yeah, so the only thing
Oh.
which make us like satisfied and relax is the food. So everyone of us like having a lot of foods there. Yeah. So for the second trip, I also went for Thailand as well, and collaboration with KMTT student, which is a furniture origins. So NAFA student and KMTT student will do a collaborations and design furnitures for a local furniture company.
Wow, nice. I guess you went on an educational trip and end up experiencing so much with your friends, right? And invariably you become like you create stronger bonds with these people and you have like a nice short but very nice experience. And Jeff, good luck and I hope your projects turned out very well from the trip. So guys, now tell me some fun memories. Okay, all of you, I know it's difficult, you're in 3D, it's struggle, no sleep, all of this. Tell me your fun memories that you'll never forget your whole life, like one experience that, oh my god, doing this, wow. And yeah, so wait, Arun, you tell me first, what did you do in all, like say your diploma and your degree? Some say naughty things or fun things in the studio or in NAFA.
Uh, as Jeff mentioned previously, is about the queuing laser cutting. It's very competitive among landscape students because we need to cut a lot. Otherwise, if we cannot get the queue, then we need to go outside and we need to pay a lot. It's very
Oh,
expensive.
right.
Yeah, so before we queue, we decide to stay over in school, the fountain area, and then we do works for like full night. We mostly do the digital works with the school Wi-Fi, and if it's sleepy sometimes, then we go to the 7-Eleven and chill for a while and come back to work, and then sometimes take a nap and wake up and wake up each others together. Yeah, and then do work again, and then it become 5 a.m. already, and then we start queuing in front of the laser cutting the workshop
Door.
door. Yeah, until the staff comes.
Nice. That must be fun, but difficult, I guess. Zoel, have you
And
done that too? Have you
torturing.
ever queued outside the laser cutting workshop and like fighting for a place? Like, no, you first, me first.
We've never had to queue and fight over a space, but like the first time where they announced that, oh, we're gonna have to start booking slots for our model, making it for our laser cut, everyone ran out of the class. It was, yeah, it was like some sort of race. Like everyone just ran out of the class to go to either the lab upstairs or the lab downstairs to like write your name and then like book a slot. Yeah.
Right. Is it safe to say people in your class, everyone is like super competitive and, like wants to get their work done first and do better, stuff like that?
Yeah, I would say we are very, very competitive, but like we have a reason for that because like in IE we have like if you're making a model, we have a lot of details that you need to focus on. Like you need like the textures of it sometimes, and then you have to do like the engravings, and then there's just a lot of like small pieces that you have to cut, and it takes for a long time for the machine to be done with it. So everyone wants to get theirs cut first so that we can all start piecing everything together. You don't want to leave it to the last minute because if you have any mistakes, you just don't want to be like the last person who's rushing to cut a new board, you know.
Right, right. Whereas, on the contrary, I think Jeff and I would absolutely agree that there's like no competition in our class. There's more like, like such strong bonds and, oh, wait, you didn't finish. Let me come help you. So we'll all do our work fast, fast so we can, group up together and help the others. And we'd probably like stay overnight to complete our work and keep our friends awake, wake them up, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Jeff, why don't you share with us one experience from all our time in the studio?
Okay. Yeah, I think for laser cut, right? Then for us is for furniture students we work in the workshop itself. So every time we see them queuing, right? Then all of us will be like doing our furniture, then seeing them queuing, and then we will be like, okay, it's okay. We don't need to write the name because we have a night class, so we can laser class and at the night class itself. So we don't need to go for queue. Then we just seeing they queuing for there, and then we do our own ventures, then doing sanding and all. But when our classmates didn't finish their works, yeah, like prototyping and all, so all of us would just come and help and all, take the tip and all. It's not about the quality, but just do the work out. Yeah, yeah.
That's a fun experience. All the time we spend making models together that I will never forget. But guys, moving on from here, let's see what are the comments we have from social media viewers. Right. Okay. We have one viewer who's asking us, what is your biggest takeaway from your journey in NAFA other than friendships and knowledge in your individual field? I think that's an interesting question. Coming to NAFA, what do you think you'd always take away as, oh, this is like the biggest positive, apart from obviously because everybody goes to university, learn something, and they do make friends. But personally, in your field, what do you think you would definitely take back from your course? Zoel, why don't you share with us?
I would say for IE, in my experience, like the biggest takeaway I can say is to take risks. Like since coming to IE, I realized I've been taking bigger risks and not playing it safe. Like just do you either go big or you go home, you know. Like you're in when you're in the design industry, there's no such thing as being standard. Like you know, NAFA's logos like no, NAFA's motto is like originals only, right? So everyone wants to be original. Everyone wants to be out there. We want to push for our own designs, and like in my experience, even if the client says no, you will want to try and like convince them to go your way somehow, you know. So yeah, I would say like taking risks is like the biggest takeaway I've learned from my experience.
Absolutely. And I think you will see the rewards to, your like if you're ready to take that leap of faith and you trust your project, you will definitely see that you're satisfied with whatever you did. Right. Okay, let's see what else we have. Oh, nice. This is an interesting question. What is your favorite work so far? Um, okay, Adam, why don't you tell me, because you've obviously completed your degree, what is your favorite work from diploma or from degree?
Do you mean the project?
Yeah, yes, your projects.
Uh, If I need to pick one, then I will pick my diploma FYP project, which is
Oh.
the title is Dew Point, and
Uh-huh.
it was about resilient space, which is resilient to the flood, especially Singapore or other like South Asian country or like mostly suffer for floods. So I wanted to design some space which can like react with the flood and which can use the flood as a design feature.
Wow, that's interesting. That's actually very nice. So, would you say that is your favorite project? Nice. I like that. Um, okay, let's see what we have next. Okay, this is interesting. If you could describe NAFA in one word, what would that word be? Jeff, you go first.
One word.
Yes.
I think um, worm.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
very
Worm?
warm. Like
Oh, like
warm,
warm, right?
like family. Because like I think NAFA is very different from other schools. It's like even you are different courses, you are from different years. Everyone is still can like connect each other like friends, like families. Yeah. Although it's like competitive, but it's still like a good way in competitive. Yeah. So I think it's yeah, NAFA is very warm.
Right. I guess even when I came to NAFA for the first time as a fresher, and I was obviously moving on, like I came from India and I'm a foreign student, so I was scared to go to a different place and a different environment. But like Jeff mentioned, everyone in NAFA was so welcoming and so like ready to be your friend and encouraging. And I can definitely tell you that all the friends I've made over the years, especially my classmates, are very much like my family. Okay, for the last question for today, let's see. Well, okay. Our viewers are asking us, what did you do during this COVID period? You know how there's this thing that, oh, you're a creative person, so you're always being productive. So, what is it that each of you did, and how did you spend your time? Arum, you completed your degree, so you are chilling. But Jeff, what about you? What are you doing in this time?
Yeah, now I'm doing some part-time works as well,
Mm-hmm.
and also doing some research projects from school.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's although it's like work in home, but it's so quite intensive. Yeah,
Do you like the experience of working from home?
yeah. Actually, working from home is also like quite efficiency as well because you don't need to go for travel to school or any places, but you just wake up, you just open your laptop, and you can start doing your works. And yeah, so I think also save some time from the travelings. Yeah, but I'm used to work in home as well.
Nice, that's good. And tell me more about your research project. Is it associated with designing something for the upcoming COVID situation?
Yeah, the research project is for upcoming COVID situations, like whether like museums nowadays because of COVID, no one's able to visit the museum, right? So what is the way they can like exhibit their works in except using the internet? Because some of the works is you need to go and visuals in physical. It's very different from like in 2D way. Yeah, and also like doing some research about like restaurants and dine in, whether it's or takeaway using the single use of containers and all. So I think those of it is like new opportunities for current situations.
Right, that's interesting because now I'm sure all the work and the work patterns, the way people visit places, interact with each other, everything is changing parallelly with what is happening in today's situation. So it's quite nice that you're working on something like that. And okay, guys, now today we have come to the end of our Gucci FR series. And before that, is there something three of you want to share with your friends and family and end on a positive note? Shout out to somebody.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think for the classmates who going for NS, good luck for you and having a good train inside NS. And for whoever going for degrees, yeah, work hard, and I will be working with you all together again. Yeah.
And Zoel, would you like to say something to your IE friends who you're going to miss crying with and all the lovely memories you made in the lab?
Yeah, to all my IE friends who have already graduated from Diploma, good luck. I miss crying with you guys. It's not going to be the same anymore. But to the rest who have applied to degree, I'll see you guys again. Let's cry together.
Okay. And Arum, would you like to share something with your family or shout out to your classmates from degree whom you may not see or you may see in the industry?
First of all, to my family, parents, thank you for supporting me until now, and for my classmates and lecturers who taught us till now. Thank you so much, and we are finally graduating. I hope we can see it in the industry, and even though you are not continuing in this course, like good luck for you guys and all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. It was nice chatting with you. And thank you to everybody who joined our conversation. And that's it for today. So, tomorrow is going to be the last Gucci FR series. Don't forget to tune in at 3 p.m. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.